Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your hair look like it has a natural curl even if you don't. What's up you guys and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I am showing you guys how I got this hairstyle. Every time I wear my hair like this, someone thinks that I have naturally curly hair and that this is how my hair looks. I don't have curly hair. I actually have very frizzy hair. It's not curly and it's not very straight, it's just poofy. Whenever I tell someone that I use a crimper or a deep waver to create this look, they are always very surprised because I think people hear crimper or deep waver, I think that they think of those little tiny crimps like in the 80s, like you put your finger in a socket and got electrocuted. And so when I tell them that I use a deep waver or a crimper, they're just really shocked. So I figured I would make this tutorial for you guys and show you how I get this very natural looking crimp curl body to my hair. If you guys want to see how I created this hair tutorial with my Tigi bed head deep waver, then let's go ahead and get into it. Alright you guys, so I just have my hair, it's just brushed out. I did have it previously curled and then I slept on it so it looks kind of crazy. If you guys can hear my pug snoring in the background, I'm really sorry. She refuses to go in the other room when I'm filming. She always wants to be in the same room as me and then she snores the whole time. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, I have a pug. She knew I was talking about her. Okay, I do have extensions in as well. I have Foxy Locks extensions, which by the way, I absolutely love. And this is in the color Mocha Toffee. So that's just all these long pieces. I like to comb through the hair just before so that I know that there's no tangles when I am using the hot tool. And for this look, I am using this bedhead wave artist. I think that these are called a deep waver. I believe that I got mine at Ulta, but I'm pretty sure that you can find them at the drugstore and things like that. It's really important that it has this big V in the center there. I know that some like crimpers have really small waves in them, which is better for really short hair. So if you have like shoulder length hair or shorter, you can get one that has like the 3 barrels in it. But anything longer than like shoulder length hair, I like to use the big deep waver, which looks like this. So I just take about a 1-inch section of hair and I don't go really close up to the root because I think it makes you look a little crazy. I like the root to be kind of like calmed down and you just lightly go through and deep wave it. You can tell I've already done it on this piece before. These extensions previously have the deep waver in there. And I don't like to go exactly straight down every time. Sometimes I like to do it at an angle just because it gives it kind of different dimension within the hair when it's all done. If you do it all too perfectly, at the end it almost looks like too uniform. So it's better to kind of do it messy and go back and forth within doing it on the hair strand. I find this look just to be very natural looking, and often when I do my hair this way, people think that it is a natural curl just because natural curls aren't exactly perfect. Sometimes it's just kind of like wavy and kinky, so I find that this looks like a very natural curly girl hair. So there is one section done. I'm just going to put this to the back. Same thing, I really like to brush out any pieces. And a key step that I missed in the first section is using a thermal spray. I'm using this one right now by Redkin. It is called the Iron Shape number 11 and it is a thermal holding spray. So this works as a hairspray to keep the style there, but it also protects up to 450 degrees, I believe. So I do like to spray this ahead of time. And when you first spray it, it is wet, so you don't want to put the hot iron on right away. So it's better to kind of let that dry, just brush it through. If you were to do it right away, it would sizzle your hair and that actually is really bad for it. Alright, I'm just going to speed up this part too while I do the rest of my head until I get kind of to the top, and I'll show you what I do when I get up there. When you get closer to this face area, I like to kind of angle it down so that it kind of goes with the face. because when you do it straight on, it just looks a little funky. And like I said earlier, almost the messier the better, just because people with naturally curly hair, they don't have like a really uniform look to their hair. So if you grab bigger chunks sometimes and then smaller chunks sometimes, it just kind of helps the overall look to be very natural. Same thing on this side, I'm just angling it down. And now for the top section. You always want to part your hair where you normally part your hair, because when you use the hot tool, that's where it's going to want to lay. So make sure that it's parted in the correct spot. My natural hair is so frizzy. And I also like to over direct the hair, which means pull it in a certain direction, because if you use the hot tool while you're over directing it, it will lay the same way that you over direct it. I like hair to be closer to my face because I feel like it looks really feminine, and I just prefer the way it looks than when my hair is pulled back. And like I said earlier, I'm not bringing the deep waver really close to my roots. I'm leaving about 1.5 to 2 inches of root, because if you put it really close to your root, it will just bump up right there, and I don't like the way that that looks. I feel like it looks a lot better when it just lays down kind of like close to my head and then starts with the waves lower down. I only leave the deep waver on the hair for about 4 seconds. I have very fine hair and it is very damaged, so I don't want to do too much heat. If you have thicker, coarser hair, you might want to hold it down for a little bit longer. But for my hair, I don't want excess damage, so I try to do it the least amount as possible. Same thing on the front piece on this side. I'm going to over direct the hair very far forward, and then I am just going to do it at an angle. Now that I have done the whole head, I'm just going to brush it out with my fingers, or you can use a really big wide tooth comb. I don't have one right in front of me right now, so I am just using my fingers. And I'm also looking for places that need to be touched up. So sometimes there will be like this little area looks a little bit flat to me, so I'll just go in and touch it up really quickly. Now what I like to do is just make my roots look a little bit thicker, and how I like to do that is with this product right here. This is Loreal Root Magic. I use the dark brown shade. I think that this product is originally for gray coverage, but that's not what I use it for. Granted, I do have grays, but I like to use it just to make my hair look a lot thicker. So all around the hairline, I like to spray some of this colored spray, and along my part. I just lightly spray this in my roots. And it makes the hair look so much thicker just because you can't see that skin area. I also sometimes like to do this around my hairline if I am wearing my hair up like in a ponytail, or I have some pinned back, or just like right along the edges there. I don't know if you guys have seen that, like people will do it with the dark brown eyeshadow powder or with a hair powder. They'll just use a brush. This is just kind of a spray form, and it is great for anybody with fine hair or gray hair. It also works really well if you're doing any sort of like updos or braids and you want to make sure that the braid looks nice and thick, to spray kind of like all around the braid just so that it looks nice and full. And now, just because I have kind of frizzy hair, I am going to use this Morrocan Oil Treatment, and I'm just going to put that through the ends of the hair just to kind of smooth down the cuticle and make sure that it doesn't get too frizzy over the day. I definitely don't go any further than like halfway down my hair with this product though, because it can make you look really greasy, so it's something that you just want to concentrate on the mid shaft to ends. Alright you guys, and that is it for this tutorial. It is super easy. It's a really easy tool to use. I absolutely love deep wavers. Whenever someone asks me about my hair when it's like this and I say that I used a crimper or a deep waver, I feel like they're very scared, because when you think of crimper, you think of those really small, tiny crimps. This is just a really large crimper or deep waver, so it doesn't look like you just got electrocuted. It just looks like very natural body and kind of like wave to it. So if you guys know me and are familiar with my channel, you guys know that I absolutely love thrift shopping. I make a lot of beauty videos that have to do with like makeup and hair and skincare and things like that, but I also do a lot of thrifting videos. And I knew I was planning on making this deep wave tutorial, and while I was at the thrift store last time, I found this little guy. This is a Hot Tools deep waver. I've actually owned this exact same one when I was in high school, and it worked really, really well. And so I found this at the thrift store, and I figured I would do a giveaway with it. It does work. I have turned it on and heated it up, and it gets really hot. It is like the exact same size as the one that I have, and pretty much the exact same model, just different colors and a different brand. The nice thing, honestly, about this one is that you can change the temperature, whereas on mine, it just has an on-off switch. So it's nice that this one you can actually control the temperature if you do have more fine and damaged hair or more coarse hair. I think it goes up to 430 degrees. So I figured I would do a giveaway with this little guy. As far as the giveaway goes, I will choose a winner on January 1st, and all you have to do is leave a comment below in this video and let me know the best way to contact you, whether that is on Instagram or email. I will be announcing the winner on my Instagram stories, and I will also contact you whatever way that you leave me in the comment below. You have to obviously be okay with this being a previously used item. It was thrifted, but it does work really, really well, so that is that. As for this video, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something today. Let me know if you like this style. Would you be able to tell if this is my natural curl or if it is a deep waver? Let me know what you think and your thoughts in the comments below. Also, have you ever done this to your hair? I really like it, and honestly, I find that when I do this on my hair, I can leave this style for a good 3 days and barely do any touch-ups. So it's actually really nice for someone that just needs a really quick hairstyle and they need it to last for several days because it is kind of like messy, and for me personally, it lasts in my hair really, really well. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!